Hey there, and welcome to day 9, where after yesterday vision map creation, we're gonna get really practical based on what the most common questions are and my vision map and how I go about it. Because like one of the most common questions I get is, how do you do all of this? How do you know all of this? And we're gonna go deeper into that today. But first, let's go into emails from members. So Peter messaged me, I just watched day 8, looking really good, vision idea, great one. At 50, I think I might be time to redo this exercise about the vision map. I did not in the past, but I've been lucky to live a lot of experiences most people dream of. But then again, my book's still not published, and I've just been asked to run a new company that might just really change the world by rethinking vegetables and food. I'll share my map when it's done. Really looking forward to your map, Peter. Really happy that you jumped with me on the 30-day challenge. A little bit sad to hear that your book is still not published, but I'm super stoked about the new position that you have in the company. Rethinking vegetables and food is something I'm actually passionate about as a biohacker myself. So you're always welcome to share some experience or hop by my office. You've been on the email list for long, so I know you're from Belgium and have been here with me for a while. So post your map in the Facebook group, let other people enjoy it as well, or email it to me. And yeah, I'm really stoked that you're here with me. I referred in an email that you can go to Tucker Max's company, bookintheBox.com. He might help you with publishing the book. I don't know him personally. I've been at a conference where he spoke, and I talked with him for 5 minutes about the whole book publishing deal and everything. He has a book. If you go to Book in the Box, he has a blog and a lot of free content. He has a book on Amazon for $1 that pretty much lays out the entire process of how you can publish a book and what questions you need to ask your publisher before you go into that rabbit hole. But I'm really stoked that you're here with me and that we're gonna continue the 30-day challenge. Now, the reason I put the book yesterday in the vision maps is to show you that I came from nothing. I had maybe 200 euros in my bank account when I started and didn't have any family, nothing. And slowly but surely I've been building these vision boards every year, every 6 months actually, and just goes up and up and up. And this book was kind of to show you, because it's not even online yet or something, but it's just to show you that if I can do it, having gone through everything that I've gone through with the companies, with the studies and everything, then I'm pretty sure you can. If you have that book that's still unpublished, just go for it. Just do a little bit every day, and we're gonna go into the practical goal setting today, but also into the trackers in week 3. Just do a little bit every day, and you'll get there within a year or 2, I guarantee it. The effect compounds, just like in Darren Hardy's book, The Compound Effect. But just to show you, if you have an idea, just go for it. It doesn't matter. Now let's go into the practical goal setting: health, wealth, and relationships. So most of the people ask me their main resolutions for New Year's. How do you do that? Like, if I have weight loss and I want to go deeper into weight loss, like, what do I do? And I always tell them, go on Google and figure it out. Like, it's that simple. And today I'm just gonna go deeper into my process on how I do it and why I think it's simple. So the most common question: weight loss. How do I lose weight? So let's go to Amazon, right? So my main process is, first of all, I go to Google and Amazon, I open it, I'm like, the 2 main blogs that I follow is pretty much Tim Ferriss and Dave Asprey, because I know those are both biohackers that experiment on themselves and publish their results, which means I can compare their results with mine and see if they're onto something or if my body is completely different. So weight loss, let's type in weight loss bulletproof diet and see. His research is not always the most perfect research, but because he experiments on himself, there is a reason to say that something works there. Then let's do Tim Ferriss as well. I popped, like, these were the 2 first ones that seemed to have a good title, so I just clicked on it. Nothing too special. How to lose pounds. What's this? Haven't read this, but anyway, so we go here on the bulletproof diets, word of warning, all marketing stuff. Eat bulletproof and test yourself. What does bulletproof mean? You go on the bulletproof diet. Drink bulletproof coffee. Okay, what does that mean? So you go into the bulletproof coffee, you start reading it. Okay, it's obvious that you have to supplement. Let's see if Tim Ferriss thinks the same. Here, avoid white starchy carbohydrates, or those that can be white. And this is, funnily enough, if you go to the bulletproof diet, he says the same thing. And if you go to the speeches, you'll understand why. And obviously these are the results that you're looking for, but it's not always completely sure that this works. But I'm gonna gloss over everything super fast, but I'm just trying to show you what my process is and why I'm following these guys, but I'm taking everything with a grain of salt. It pretty much shortcuts most of the crap for me, which means I'm just going straight into what I need, and then just experimenting on myself, tracking and making sure that what they say is actually true. Here, before blood work, this is what I mean with publishing results. Now, obviously it's a lot of mumbo jumbo, so what do I do now? I go on youtube.com and I start watching, what do these guys say? Bulletproof coffee. Why is bulletproof coffee good? Then I'll just type in bulletproof coffee, and then he'll start explaining bulletproof coffee is good because there's also a blog about it. And then you start tracking yourself with blood results, not yourself, a doctor obviously. You start going deeper into that. So how do you lose weight? Think about it logically. We have health, wealth, and relationships, because those are the mindsets that we defined, right? That's how you define life. Obviously it's not wealth and it's not relationships. So we're now stuck in health. It's not internal health, it's external health. External health is our body and the way we see ourselves. And how do we control that? By either food or exercise. So we've gone on Tim Ferriss and we've gone on the bulletproof diet, and it's pretty obvious that they're both promoting diet. If you would go deeper into their websites and you would go deeper into YouTube, and there's also one channel that I follow, 21 Convention, because they have leading, it's like a dating convention or something, but they have leading health. Here, this guy was actually a good speech, and I think you can hear me in the comments because I was at that conference. But Dr. Doug McGuff is a very good researcher, and they're actual researchers, not like that they had a book or something. I think Skylar Tanner, yeah, I remember meeting Skylar Tanner. He's a good guy, very underviewed. He has good speeches, and so you start looking at all these guys. Try to focus on the health part of all of them. The dating is sometimes a bit sketchy, so try to skip over that. But this guy had a good speech. I would focus on Dr. Doug McGuff because I think he was in the emergency doctor stuff. So he's like a surgeon, a really good one, a really good doctor that promotes a lot of this stuff. So here I double check with what those kind of doctors that give speeches, what they think of that. Then there's another guy, James Steele, that is actually doing a PhD on HIIT exercises and cardio, and I was in that speech, and how he explained that cardio is actually not that good, but he'll go deeper into that. But these are some of the guys that I follow, and then I just compare with everybody. What does one say? What does the other say? And that's how I pretty much handle health. So this is the most common one. So we just did weight loss. So how do I lose weight? Well, first of all, we noticed that the main guys aren't talking about exercise. They're talking about diet. So I'm already kind of seeing that there is a trend to go into diet. So now I know, okay, maybe I should focus on getting my diet down first instead of going to the gym every day, because I know from my experience already that if I would go to the gym every day and not get my diet in order, I would just get a little bit fat and just muscle. So focus on diet, and the way I know and double check now that I actually have to focus on diet is that most of the stuff from the leading people in the industry, they all focus on diet. And then obviously I gave you also James Steele. James Steele is a great guy and talks about cardio and exercise. Then relationship gifts. So you put on your vision board, you want to have a girlfriend, or you want your relationship to go better. So what do you do now? So on your vision board was weight loss. You figured that one out. You know who to follow. You know what to read. Now it's like relationship. My relationship is going bad. What do I do? So now it's on your vision map. So it's time to, okay, I want to have a better relationship. So again, what do? You go on better relationship in Amazon, and let's see what pops up. Bestseller relationship books. And let's see. And actually these this book I read, and it's number 1. And I email constantly about it, the 5 love languages, and it's actually a lot in there. So emotional intelligence, all these. So actually the books I read is this one. I didn't really like it. Some people love it. It seemed really outdated to me and very general. But this book is ridiculously long, but one of the best books that you'll ever buy. And then the 5 love languages is always the best one to read to understand how everything works. But you're asking me, how do I get better in it? I literally typed into bestsellers, and these books are genius. They talk about it and they give such practical insights on how you actually have to do all of that. So let's go a little bit deeper in, for instance, the 5 love languages. And this is the tip that I give in the workshop. So you want to improve your relationship. It's on your vision board. Now you have to set a goal in it, right? Now that it's in your vision board and it's a goal, the first thing you're going to do is go on Amazon, type in bestsellers, relationships. This book's going to pop up. You're going to buy it. You're going to read it. What you're going to know, what you're going to get inside is actually you don't even need to read the book. You can go get a summary of 5 love languages by Gary Chapman, although I recommend to actually read the book. But what are the 5 love languages? And then here he actually has a test for free that you can do with your partner, which I actually did with my partner. And here you have all of them: words of affirmation, acts of service, affection, quality time, and gifts. When you do the test, you will realize that your partner might love gifts or hate them. So my girlfriend hates, she doesn't hate gifts, but it's her least priority in love languages, while acts of service and words of affirmation are more of a priority for her. So now you set a goal of relationship gifts and it's on your vision board. So now you actually have to focus on it and do it. And now you saw a book, 5 love languages. You realize you did the test with your girlfriend. You realize that her main thing is words of affirmation, or if you have a boyfriend or a husband or a wife, and words of affirmation pops up the most, or gifts pop up the most, then you know that for New Year's or for the birthday, you are not gonna buy jewelry or in an Xbox game or PlayStation game or whatever. So if it's words of affirmation, what you're gonna do is, what I did for instance last year, is every day I would write a word that, or a sentence about her that I really loved. So for instance, I thought you were really beautiful today. I thought you were really smart today, or something like that. And I would put that in a jar every time, and then for New Year's that would be her present. It's not expensive, so for the people that don't like giving expensive gifts, it's perfect. And it's actually so focused on her love language, or his love language, that they actually appreciate it more. So how do you improve that? You had your vision board, you set a goal, and now you start researching just like I research with you. And then the last most common question that I get is, how do you make money? How do you create a business, and so on? And literally, this is the easiest one of all of them. You go into, again, bestsellers. I'm not sure that make money is going to be the best one, but let's think logically. Making money is external wealth. External wealth is the things that you have. So like the money, the cars, and the houses. So money, so how do you make money? You start selling a lot. Best way how to make money. Let's say if they say that. Best business and money. So obviously, maybe having a business, find a profitable product to sell. A lot of words with sell is popping up. So now we know we need to sell in order to make money. So it's not a problem about finding what to sell, because you can get a lot of jobs and sales. It's more about getting your skill of sales in order. So if you need to get your skill of sales in order, then you're not going to type in bestsellers make money. You're going to type in bestsellers how to be a salesperson. And then top 10 sales book of all time. So let's check that one out. I'm just gonna spin some. I think that one is Zig Ziglar is a good one as well. I haven't read those books, so I can't actually recommend them, but I heard really good stuff about them. Brian Tracy, I can recommend that guy. He's great. But I'll just go deeper into what I did, which is thingy. Jordan Belfort has, I think it's like online, I'm not sure. Just type in Jordan Belfort sales training. He shares, yeah, this guy. So he has like full courses, literally online. You just go through it and you just learn how he sales. Straight line sales training video. I actually followed the entire program like 5 years ago when I was doing my sales and improving my sales skills. So now, how do you make money? You go and you sell, because that's what Google said. When I typed in make money, sales popped up. Okay, so now you know how to sell. How do you find a business idea? Same process. You start reading books, you start looking at the YouTube stuff, and then that's when my mentor popped up, Timothy Mark. So Timothy Mark has his own 30-day challenge where he'll teach you pretty much how to sell on the internet and how to find an idea and validate that idea, which is the next step of how to make money, which is create a business where you sell your own products so that your margins get bigger. So we go back to our PowerPoint, and now clicked on it by accident, but we go back and now we've covered practical goal setting in all three areas. We have health, your weight loss regime, where you can follow Tim Ferriss and Dave Asprey, but check on yourself, and we'll see how to do that. Relationship gifts, you already found the best sellers and things that I've applied in my relationship that have worked with success. And then how to make money. And that's it. Tomorrow we're gonna check out how many goals you can actually have, and how often you have to update them, and how often you have to check up on them. It was a little bit longer of a video, but I gave you a kind of a key insight on how I tackle problems and my first initial steps that when people ask me a question that I start doing. But as you saw, those bestsellers pop up, and this is if you do this a little bit every day. I'm not talking about 2-3 hours. I'm literally talking 10-15 minutes a day, or before you fall asleep you listen to Gary Chapman's book, The 5 Love Languages, stuff like that. You do that 10-15 minutes a day, 2-3 years later it compounds again, and then you're the biohacker friend that everybody calls up to know what's their problem with, I don't know what, or you're the stress management guy, or you're the business guy or the internet marketer guy, and the only thing you did is 10-15 minutes a day. So that is my answer to all of my friends and people that follow me on how I know all those things. I don't know everything, but how I know all those things, how I've experimented with all those things, and how I find all those things. It's literally on Google. It's that simple. Hope it's a little bit practical now. Now you know how to create a vision, you know how to take that vision, make it into a goal, and how to actually make that goal practical. Tomorrow we're going to check on how often you can do it and how many goals you can have. Thank you so much for joining me on day 9. Make sure to join the Facebook group as well. If you haven't joined the 30-day challenge yet, make sure to subscribe, because I'll be sharing a lot of emails and little secrets in there as well. So make sure to be on both those platforms, and you can ask me any questions on both those platforms. And I'll see you for day 10. Good luck.